Melanie Sanders' bill is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. A former state lawmaker is headed to prison. Today, a Wright County jury decided Thomas Wright is guilty of fraud. He will spend roughly 6 to 8 years behind bars. He was found guilty on 2 of the 3 counts of pocketing charitable corporate donations and acquitted of the charge having to do with taking $1,500 from AT&T. He was also found guilty of obtaining a $150,000 loan on false pretenses. Our Laura Barron joins us now with more on the reaction from both sides of the courtroom. What happens next, Laura?
Well, Douglas Harris, who is Wright's attorney, made it very clear he will appeal this decision, but said he wasn't surprised by the verdict, and that's exactly why he will appeal.
We, the jury, by unanimous verdict, find the defendant, Thomas E. Wright, to be, in count 1, guilty of obtaining...
There was barely a reaction from Thomas Wright when the jury read his 3 guilty verdicts and when his sentences started adding up.
Order the judge and decree the defendant be in prison for a minimum term of 58 months, maximum term of 79 months, and placed in the custody of the North Carolina Department of Corrections.
I certainly told him he'd likely be convicted here today, but I also told him that in the end he'd be vindicated.
Wright's attorney Douglas Harris says the fight's not over, saying the charges were politically motivated and certain testimony concerning Wright's campaign finances should have never been allowed. Wright was expelled from the House last month based on similar allegations, and Harris believes this criminal trial came too soon afterwards and tainted the jury, which is the basis of his appeal.
I don't issue many guarantees, but I issue this guarantee. This verdict will be set aside. This verdict will be set aside because it's awful, awful justice to try some of this atmosphere.
Well, that's not what the evidence was. You were here during jury selection. That's not what the evidence that came out during jury selection. Most of the people didn't have much, if any, knowledge about it and very few opinions.
District Attorney Colin Willoughby says the jury made the right decision and hopes this sends a message about public service.
Yeah, I think he just forgot who he was supposed to be serving. And I think that's something that all public officials need to think about.
Now, Speaker of the House Joe Hackney issued this statement today. I regret that his legislative career ended this way, but I look forward to moving ahead in our chamber and making sure the people of District 18 get the representation they deserve. Now, Wright could still face charges concerning campaign finances in Wright County, but prosecutors say not anytime soon.